Thank you, friends. Shabbat shalom and greetings to you all. Now, I hope you all had an outstanding Tu B'Av, the 15th of Av, the Jewish Valentine's Day. It's the day of the Festival of Love, when your heart sings. Now, the poet Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Beware what you set your heart upon, for it surely shall be yours." Well, maybe beware, but beware in a good way. And realize that you set your intention. There's that term I talk about every week. You send it out to the universe. And it begins a process of manifestation. And love may be the greatest thing you can set your heart upon and manifest. Love is a gamble, but it's one whose rewards are immeasurable. Always take a chance on love because, friends, fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. Don't be afraid. So if you did not celebrate, it's never too late to celebrate love. Now, love is one of the great cycles of life. It's hard to believe, but we're in August already with its thoughts that summer's waning, school will be beginning, the high holy days are just around the corner, the days are getting shorter, as the cycles of time march on in their inexorable fashion. All those are true. But it's also wedding season. Love can and is celebrated anytime. Congratulations to all of you on the threshold of blissful matrimony. It's a major step, and one that completes a journey for so many who now have that special someone to share and support and encourage, to entertain, to be entertained by, to grow old with. Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be. When our time has come, we will be as one. God bless our love. God bless our love. It's a special love when people get married. And as the poet said, love is so special that if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. And of course, another special love is the love we feel when we gather as a group, celebrating as a collective consciousness of seekers showing faith, any and all faith, love, any and all love, as a community, a chavura fellowship. When we express our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unites us all and reminds us we all belong to the Great Heart in this community house of Spirit Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. So once again, go ahead and invite everybody you know, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, any way at all, to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Matov, come together. Hine Matov. Hine Matov. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. Let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world, my friends. This is you setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's part of your kavanah, your intention. There's that word again that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. And goodwill and intention are the roots of what you can control, of what you can correct. Your intention sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives, my friends. Let's take some time now to use that intention. Send some of that goodwill, some light, some healing out to whoever you know that needs it. Healing and renewal for everybody. It floats through space, finding those in need, so send it out for those you know and for the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world. The tikkun olam. That's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. We have to help heal We must each do what we can to improve and change our own little corner of the universe, because as we change ourselves, we change the conditions of life, and that changes everybody around us. A part of that healing is when we set thoughts and energy for health and renewal, for goodwill, for everybody. They don't actually have to be sick. It's for any in our hearts and our minds. Let's all send out energy for people in need everywhere. And always special thoughts and prayers for those with medical conditions. We pray for those who need prayer, because prayer is an effective method of communication with God, of entreating, of helping ourselves and others. We don't have to know them. We want health, recovery, good life for everybody around us. For Marlou and Rosemary, for the fairy godmother and Ginny, for Snoopy and Kay, for Dawn, Gloria, Doria, for Johnny, Fern, Ronnie, Connie, Nina, Danny, for Karen, and for all those suffering and in need. Let's not forget to include the familiars of our lives, all of our sacred animal friends everywhere. For everybody you know in need, for the whole world, and for the bee, my friends. It is the kindness, healing, wishes, goodwill, and love we all send out. It just circles the world, finding those in need, just circling around. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit. Spirit, my friends, never dies. Have a day, Bakor, may the source of strength bless the one stay for us. Help us find the courage, make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Misha Barak, let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal as He has healed before. Misha Barak, may He who blessed, because all healing is a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now we continue with this great farewell address as we read ekev, on account of. But we tend to use a different word for that. Because the world is red, turns on. Because the world is red, because the wind blows my mind. The wind is high. Love is old, love is new. Love is all, love is you. Love is all, it truly is. Deuteronomy 7:12, and it will be because you'll listen to these judgments and observe and do them, that the Lord your God will keep the covenant and kindness for you that He swore to your fathers. Now remember, we're in the book of retelling. This book is very interesting. It was lost for about 700 or 800 years. So it's the last of the 5 books to be included, and it is different. Just like Leviticus is different. But it's not like Leviticus. That was a priest's handbook. This is a summary of laws, without some details, and with others not mentioned or enhanced. It's completely different. And when we do a separate thing on it, I'll explain to you where I think it came from. Now, this week's reading is an early introduction to the opposite choices of blessings and curses, which have been mentioned and which feature so prominently in this particular book of words. Next week, they're more detailed. This week is a tease. Rewards and blessings because of obedience to the law. We will be blessed and given rewards for obedience and given consequences for rebelling against God. It's a book of the retelling of certain histories, but they're all with little differences. and just about always predicated on those two opposites that we keep seeing and will see again, which dominate this particular book more than any of the other ones. We're reminded again and encouraged to always remember two great laws which we were given before, both of which tend to point at the nature or the character of God. Deuteronomy 10:18, doing judgment for an orphan and a widow, loving an alien, to give him bread and a garment. So you shall love the alien, because you were aliens in the land of Egypt. The protection of the weak of society, the widow, the orphan, those who need it the most, the stranger, the alien. With the reminder, we were all once strangers. You may never understand how the stranger is inspired, but he isn't always evil, and he's not always wrong. Though you drown in good attention, will never catch fire. You'll give it to your desire when the stranger comes along. The constant reminder to be kind to the stranger is so important, and it's mentioned over and over again, and yet we can so easily forget that in our daily lives. And also within this parsha is a little nugget to take away. It's become ingrained in common talk. And you'll find it in Deuteronomy 8:4. Not on bread alone does the human live. Or as we tend to say, man does not live by bread alone. We live by the grace of God, by the goodness, by the love, by the blessings that we have in life. And we are reminded of it throughout this week's reading. Standing on the water, casting your bread, while the eyes of the idol iron hand are glowing. Distant ships sailing into the mist, with a snake, both in your fist, while a hurricane was blowing. Freedom, just around the corner for you. And for the people of the wilderness, but with truth so far off, what good will it do? Hey, they were only 11 days away. It took 40 years. We live by God, by what God provides, by faith, by belief. We need to take some time. And we need to think of specific God actions, the ones in our lives. Not just the cosmic ones, but personal, intrinsic ones. The big ones are what we do remember. We tend not to remember the day-to-day. Deuteronomy 11:3. And his signs and his deeds that he did in Egypt to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and to all his land, and what he did to Egypt's army and to his horses and chariots, that he flowed the waters of the Red Sea over their faces when they pursued you, so the Lord destroyed them to this day. What he did for you in the wilderness until you came to this place, what he did to Dathan, to Abiram, sons of Elam, son of Reuben, that the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them in their households and their tents and all the substance that was at their feet among the children of Israel. Those are big. Those remind us of history, of the things that led to freedom, to self-determination, to independence. But these things happen in our daily lives, my friends. But those things are the gifts. The gifts not just given to our ancestors, but they are given to us. We are to hold on to them. We are to keep reaching for them. These are our forever dreams. Hold on tight to your dream. Hold on tight to your dream. When you see your ship go sailing, when you feel your heart is breaking, hold on tight to your dream. We need to hold that dream of peace, freedom, of love, of happiness. We need to remember, we're leaving a land where things were handed to us. We planted and growth came like watering a garden, but we're going to a land of effort. The meaning is there for us. Slavery is easy. You were given things. Freedom is hard. Freedom takes work. Deuteronomy 11:10. Because the land to which you're coming to take possession of, it's not like the land of Egypt from which you've come out, where you plant your seed and water it at your feet like a garden of plants. The land to which you're crossing to take possession of it is a land of hills and valleys. It drinks water by the sky's showers. Our lives are a series of hills and valleys. It takes effort. It takes work. Now, the cornerstone of this book is the covenant between God and the people, and the cornerstone of the covenant is the 10 Commandments, the great epiphany, the Asharet HaDebarim, the 10 things given on the mountain to the people. God loves the people, and the people should love God too. Deuteronomy 11:13. To love the Lord your God and to serve him with all your heart, with all your soul. And Moses reports 2 important tenets to the people. You can't bribe God because he sees, he knows, he upholds fairness and decency, and he responds best to love. And once again, he emphasizes you must treat the alien as an equal because you were there once. Now, those are easy to accept. Again, if the 10 Commandments are too much, and a lot of people don't know the 10 Commandments, just keep these 2 things in mind and you'll be okay. The world will be a better place. Fairness, decency, love. Treat the stranger as an equal. If you want the world to know, we won't let hatred go. Put a little love in your heart. Hope when you decide kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. The world will be a better place, my friends, and the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free. Honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light, all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone, and end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we are a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this right together, men and women equally. Let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. Please do. Learn to forgive. Learn to love, including yourself. Open your hearts and honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have. Enjoy the journey. We take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our effort to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now bless you all. Have a fantastic week. A week of love and light. A week of peace. A week of miracles. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion everything that happens in our lives. It's our intention, our kavod, our cause, our effect. It's all linked. You always have time to forgive and be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad, so acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God, to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness, but do so with sincerity, accountability, vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you. You should learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. It is your home. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. Remember to have faith. Just as I have faith in the principle of love in all of you, act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none, defraud none, hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in the air. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go, and work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in consciousness and your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. Make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform lives around you. You're never alone. You're forever blessed. You have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet, health, love, and renewal to everybody you come across. We're all energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Your words are your power to transform, to love, to bless. So be generous. Bless others. as you bless yourself. Love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear. Forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. Continue to explore faith and belief, and never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together. We learn together. We are here, each of us, each to help the other, trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives. And if you don't find them, tell them what they mean to you. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive, and keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. It's not a once-a-year thing. It's an always thing. And listen to the voice of God as he, she, it, whatever pronoun you want to assign it, talks to you. We are on the road to the promised land, each of us. But that 11-day journey can be a long way there. And we are each there to help the other. People on their own are getting nowhere. I'm on the road to see if anything is anywhere waiting just for me. Every night I walk around the city. Seems like I'll never know. Feeling of being together when I go. It's a long way. It's a long way where I'm going. Help the stranger. He's got a long way to go too. He's on the same journey. Thank you for joining me, my friend. Celebrate freedom and love and let the world know you walk in faith and trust in yourself. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care. See you soon.